Nithyanandeshwar Sada Shiva Samarambam Nithyanandeshwari Adi Shakti Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parampara. I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome every one of you sitting with us through Nithyananda TV, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live and two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha with my love and respect. From today, I'll share with you every day the manual Mahasadashiva is revealing for Mahasadashivoham. Understand? The manual is just getting opened even inside me. Even inside my system, it is opening, means it's being revealed continuously. Making aushadha, understandings, clarity, knowledge, method of doing things, method of making things happen, including why the causing should be done, how the causing is done, everything. Why somebody is able to make some things, why somebody is missing some things. Whatever Mahasadashiva is revealing, I'll come and share it here. In morning satsangs. First revelation. Understanding about depth. Understand? Length is the logic. Thought currents you enjoy, you cherish. Breath is the emotions, fantasies, hopes, visions you cherish and enjoy. The ideas, the visions, the desires you have about life, what you want, you enjoy those things. Depth is the source from which you manifest your reality. Depth is the source from which you manifest your reality. Understand? I'll give you an example which I regularly use, like a projector light. Any slide you keep in front of the projector light, it will become reality. The projector light, the source of the light is your depth. Listen very carefully. It is from your depth you manifest your reality. Whether you have a happy life or sad life, you have a fulfilled life or a depressed life, you have overflowing ecstasy or sad cognitions. Whatever you carry in your depth, you manifest only that. Understand? So what you carry in your depth matters. It's really important. It is very important. What you carry in your depth matters. I'll give you some examples. If your depth cognizes the signs of Vigraha Puja, the Murthy Puja, deity worship, only then it will become reality for you. If the depth cognizes, whatever your depth cognizes, continuously manifests, gets endorsed by your existence. Listen. If your depth cognizes the Vigraha Puja, deity worship, you will experience deity worship. Your life will endorse that truth. If you cognize conflicting cognitions, your whole life will be a mess. Understand? Your cognitions form your integrity. Your cognitions form your integrity. What kind of a cognitions you develop is very important. That forms the fundamentals, that forms the basis of your integrity. This lesson about depth, even I was wondering why this opened up as a first Satya. As Mahasadashivoham lesson. With more and more experiences, internalizing, what is right, what is wrong, why things are happening like this, things are not happening like this. With all these, your depth gets consolidated. Understand? Why something is going right, why something doesn't go right, why somebody is rich, why somebody is poor, why somebody is powerful, why somebody is weak. Many perceptions, questions themselves come from certain perceptions. Sometimes consoling answers, sometimes convincing answers, sometimes complicated answers. They also come from perceptions. But finally, all this put together only, your depth gets consolidated. Understand? If your depth gets consolidated by more and more contributing concepts, if you feel, if I contribute more, I'll be rich. If I share more, I'll be rich. If I share more, I'll be more powerful. I'll be more fulfilling. If this kind of cognitions grow in you, you are a Deva. Listen carefully. Listen, I am teaching two important things. Two important, which is needed for the whole cosmos. If you are every day believing more and more that by contributing you are going to become more healthy, happy, richer, stronger, powerful, you are Deva. Every day, more and more, if you start believing, no, by cunningness, by cheating, by exploiting, by lying, by manipulating, by blackmailing, or by different strategies, I will become more and more healthy, happy, overflowing, fulfilling. If you believe that, you are a demon. Understand? There is no difference between gods and demons other than their cognition, depth. And your life energy, prana, is like air filled into the balloon. Whatever shape is the balloon shape, that will become reality if the air is filled in the balloon. If it is round, it will become round. If it is the shape of Mickey Mouse, it will become Mickey Mouse. Whatever. Same way, more and more prana in you, life energy in you, more and more your cognitions will become reality. Sadashiva does not want more and more demons. So if you have the cognition by manipulation, by cunningness, by cheating, by distracting, you can become more healthy, more blissful, more fulfilling, more powerful. You are not going to be empowered. Understand? Even if you try to suck the energy, prana, it will not stand inside you. It will not stay inside you. it is very important. The cognitions you have about you, about life, about everything. A normal being in the boo, the space of boo, which we are all enjoying, which you and me know. We both are now talking in the space of boo. Boo has three aspects, bhuva and suva. Listen, in this dimension, we carry 21 cognitions as us. You cannot carry more than 21, you cannot carry less than 21. It will only be 21 fundamental unit cognitions. In the 21, equivalently, if you carry conflicting like a 10, 11, that is when you act like a bipolar. You act like a split personality. The cognitions you carry as you gets consolidated with every contemplation, every time when life hits at you. Whether with a great positive success or a great negative failure, your cognitions go through a powerful change. When your cognitions go through a powerful change, what kind of atmosphere you are in, who are your friends advising you, what is the atmosphere you are in, what is the vatavarana you are in matters. If your vatavarana teaches you, if your atmosphere teaches you, hey, you are going through the difficulties because of your cunningness and manipulating, non-integrating strategy, not because of your inability to be more cunning. Sometimes you think, if I would have been more cunning, I would not have been in this mess. Then you are a demon, dangerous for planet Earth. Need to get destroyed earliest. Listen. If you feel, no, I think I should be more integrated, then I will not have difficulties. I will be more powerful, more joyful, more experienced, more ecstatic. Then you are a god. You need to be given more prana. You need to be given more energy. You need to expand. You need to grow. Your cognition Bhu is the neutral space. Bhuva is action. Swa is astitva. I'll explain. Listen more carefully. Your neutral space is the source material for you. Your neutral space relieves you from all stress you accumulate in your day-to-day life, all the conflicts, confusions, complications you accumulate in your day-to-day life, haunting questions you accumulate in your day-to-day life, All of that gets healed in your neutral space. Your neutral space is Gurupada. The Guru Gita describes the Gurupada is the neutral space where you rest and all complications are healed. Listen. In your action, in your self-remembrance, every day you remember about yourself and you perform certain actions. In your actions, due to your actions and due to your self-remembrance, what kind of a cognitions gets strengthened every day? Look into that. That is very important. That is too important. First, get consolidated by your Sadguru, your own Guru. And afterwards, if you read any book, you will not be disturbed. You will not be misguided. You will not miss it. Getting consolidated about your life's ideas and theories, concepts. I still remember in one incident, one more incident I want to tell you. In the young age, usually the mothers, brothers, the uncles take the responsibility of making the boys swim in the home well, teaching swimming. It's a village hobby during the vacation. And of course, I grew up with a large number of cousins. If you see all my young age photographs, childhood photographs, it will always be a large group. Because two reasons. Photography is rare than the number of kids living there. In the modern day, number of kids is rare and photography is regular. In those days, photography is very rare. Number of kids is large. So everyone will try to put their neck for photograph. In those days, once or twice a year only we even get photographed. Now only once an hour you get photographed. Or you just photograph. It is not even nowadays once a day. It's all once an hour. So my uncles were trying to teach swimming for all the kids. The village farmhouse, my grandfather's favorite village farmhouse, which my grandmother owned, and they waited and donated it to us, which is there as our ashram, Arunachala Dhyanapidam, Nithyananda, where my father's Samadhi is there. That is the same property, same well. So all the uncles, they sit around and they drop one by one each kid and help that kid to swim. They will actually tie that bottle gourd shell on the stomach with a thread, and also they will tie a rope in the hip and hold that so the child doesn't get drowned. It's a village way of safety mechanism. And they were trying to throw every kid. When they were trying to put me, I said, no, I am a sannyasi. I am not supposed to swim. In Shastras, there is an instruction that sannyasi is not supposed to swim or light fire for cooking. Some of those. And we do not know why they created. In those days, all the risky things sannyasis were asked to avoid, because the sannyasis are very rare species. They were teasing me that because I am afraid to swim, I am using this as instruction. I looked in, I saw my cognition was so clear. There was no powerlessness. There was no fear. But I didn't want to learn swimming, just I wanted to respect that rule. Of course, there was a discussion there. One of my uncle, whom I really respect very well, because he's a great swimmer and he protects everyone. He takes care of everyone. In those days, what do you know about taking care? Means if he can climb the coconut tree and cut coconut and give. He can pluck mangoes and feed you. These are all the ideas with which we decide who is caring, who is loving. Still, so many of you do that stupidity. Still, you fellows think people who are nice to you are good people and destroy your life. Destruction is too costly now. You are too old to destroy yourself. People who are very sweet to you, you think, who are nice to you, you think are good people. They will destroy you and you are not going to be recovered. The cancer is incurable. No surgery can help. Still you guys do that stupidity. There was a discussion, and that uncle who I used to respect, he was debating about marriage and sannyas and advising me, you should not think you are a sannyasi now itself, you should see life and get married and all that. Fortunately, before him, I was already consolidated by Yogananda Puri. Understand? Because he has already consolidated my cognition, my depth. No question of even argument. Understand? Anything about which you don't even argue is your depth. Even if there is a scope for argument, it is only your length or breadth, not depth. I was fortunate enough, I was already consolidated in my depth by Yogananda Puri. Not even argument. I saw very clearly there was no fear of water. It was only I decided not to, because I read somewhere in one book in Shastra that sannyasi should not swim. Same way, in village we have a habit. At the age of 9, 10 itself, they will tie which boys for which girl, because it's all going to be inside family. See, this elite community does not allow the wealth to go out. They retain the wealth inside the family by getting all the marriages done inside the family. So by the time a boy is 11, 12, a girl even 7, 8, sometimes even immediately after birth they will tie. This boy is for that girl and that boy is for this girl. Sometimes even parents will very seriously decide. It means you don't have any say about your marriage. And so in some family discussion festivals, every family will have these two aunties. From the time immemorial, the Jadila Gudila aunties, who has no other way, no other work other than this talk. And running around with the Kundalini matching. Kundalini matching. These two dirty old ladies will incarnate literally in every family. So like these two old aunties, they were sitting and doing this connection. The family matchmaking. The moment discussion came to my name, actually they were all sitting and chewing the betel leaf with a betel nut and the lime, all that. The moment discussion came to my name, they were trying to do matchmaking with my father's sister's daughter. I looked at them and said, I decided I am a sannyasi, so don't talk about my name, go to next. They finished for my elder brother, so they were trying my name. I said, no, go to next. These two old aunties, I don't know why even one is not lean and always both will be fat. Now see, even in your families, look back, both will be fat. And they were nicely chewing the betel leaf and they were trying to push me and said, Summa irada, vekkapadadra. Don't feel shy, we will talk. I just stood up and said, my Kundalini got awakened. Means I told, if you don't stop talking now, tomorrow when you chew the betel leaf, I'll put the arali vedai. That's a local village poison. I'll grind that and keep it for your betel leaf and betel nut and instead of betel leaf, betel nut and lime. When I said that, both of them were shaken. So they too have decided, see this fellow, what he is talking? Why to unnecessarily discuss about him? Leave him, let him do what he wants. As if my life will be collapsed if they don't discuss about me and fix the girl for me. And all that, as if they are giving up on me. Saying, let's go to the next boy. Anyhow, when they were discussing, I saw very clearly neither idea of fear nor the idea of greed or the idea of shyness, nothing was invoked in me during both the discussion. My depth was clear about what I am going to be. Understand? Even if the shyness is invoked by a discussion, there is a silent confusion in cognition. There are some confusions. They are so silent, even you don't listen to them. Even you miss listening to them, but they are sitting inside you. Gurus will give you a slight warning. If you catch that, you will save yourself, I tell you. This silent confusions, even which you are missing, Gurus will not vocally, directly tell you, because it may be hurting. I tell you, once this happened. Arunagiri Ishra was supposed to give me an initiation. He told me that it's a ritualistic initiation, so prepare formally. Means I'll have to get one fruit and one betel leaf and one fruit means banana. One betel leaf, betel nut. And in those days the dakshina will be that 4 annas. 4 anna is I think 25 paise. You have to keep some coin for that 4 anna. And you will have to get one towel, means a piece of cloth. These are supposed to be offered as a dakshina. So he told me, prepare everything and come with all that. He was supposed to give a very ritualistic initiation. One beautiful thing, that one thing with Arunagiri Ishra I have seen, even though he transmits all the experiences, everything, left and right, he will never miss performing something which need to be done ritually to educate me, to teach me a lesson. So I will do the same for all of you. He will never avoid ritual. See, he will make me experience the whole satya of sannyasa. That does not mean he will not perform the ritual. He will end, after that he will perform the ritual also and give formally. That consolidation. So one day he told me that prepare everything and come. The whole thing will cost maybe less than 1 rupee. Because the towel, already I had one towel, means that Angavastram. Only the other few things I need to buy, which is less than a rupee. With including that 4 anna I am supposed to give as dakshina, whole thing will cost only less than whole thing will be 1 rupee. I went to my grandfather. He is the funder usually for all my rituals and all the expenses. I went to him and I still remember that the steel table, and that side he was sitting in the chair, and usually kids when they go and sit on, that is my bar, that jumping bar, in that I'll put my hand down and try to jump 3-4 times. Tata, tata. To get his attention, and he will say, Enada? Samyar Paya Vantya? Means, what Swami, you have come? And then I said that like this I am going to have some puja and initiation. I want 1 rupee. He will not usually handle the cash, so he will look at the cashier will be just sitting next to him. He will look at him, and in the eyes itself they have a signal how much to give and all that. And by now I had already studied the signal. If he just shows through the eye, only what I ask will be given. If he shows with a little smile also, then little more than what I ask will be given. All that signal now I studied. And if you stand on the table and jump few more time and nacharchify, in the Tamil it is nacharchify means nagging, little nagging. Tata, innum konjam tata. Tata, innum konjam tata. Means if you stand and nag, nacharchify, you will get 1 more coin or 2 more coin. And he told me that by the time before sunset, come. Before the sun sets, I am supposed to go to Arunagiri Yogeshwara, so he has to do the rituals and give. I know now sun is going to set. I need to run. But I was standing there nacharchifying. Thinking that if I stand for few more minutes, I'll get few more coins. I can buy something with that when I am going back to temple. And as usual, when I stood there and nacharchify, nag, he smiled at that cashier. That fellow, you Baba, I have not seen a person like this. He will count such a way almost that he will tear that note, or almost half of the weight of that coin will go away the way he rubs. His name was Shanmugam, my grandfather's partner. And he will count. Ndada, Samayarvaya. Finally, he will put that coin. So because I was standing and nagging, I got few more coins. I think 2-3 coins he gave. I took it and ran. By the time almost sunset has happened. By the time I ran to him with all the things, almost sunset has happened, and listen now is the real thing. Whenever I go to Arunagiri Yogeshwara, first thing, a wide, broad smile, and he will stretch his leg for me to touch his feet. That's the way he will welcome me, receive me. Vada? He will stretch his leg with a wide smile. That is the way he will always receive. And I will run and touch his feet. That day, he did not stretch his feet. Smile was not, I will not say there was no smile, but I know it was a limited expression. And he did not stretch his leg. That's it. I know. Underline, slight, but very strong message for me. Fortunately, I had such deep Guru Bhakti Sadashiva gave. Even the light warnings from Guru made me wake up from my blind spots and catch his feet, change my cognition. I should say, that's the biggest right thing, which is much more important than the initiation from Guru, which lifted me and made me experience oneness with him. It is your ability to see the slight warnings he gives and catch, change the cognition, saves you in life. Because many times he doesn't want to interfere with your freedom, with your will, with what you want to do in your life. It is the slight messages. It's a light underlines. Listen carefully. This underlines light warnings, very subtle messages. If you can catch that and change your depth, you are saved. He did not stretch his leg. That is enough to shake me. I ran and just held his feet and said, Swami, மன்னிச்சிருங்க, லேட் ஆயிருச்சு, தப்பு பண்ணிட்டனே, means forgive me, God delayed, I made a mistake. He said in Tamil very beautifully, இந்த சேவையை விட அதிக பணம் வேணுன்ற ஆசையினால தேவையில்லாமல் சரியான நேரத்தை இழக்கிற பரப்பா. He told me I am greedy for money. பணத்தாசையடா. It just shook me. Yes. Because for initiation, I'll try to repeat the whole conversation. See, for initiation, I need only 1 rupee. I don't need to be standing there and nagging my grandfather for a few more coins. Something which I thought I can buy, which can be a comfort, and after all, easy money coming, it's only few more minutes. That casualness, it was a slap, shock. I just woke up. Oh God, just these few coins. And I am a guy who never touches money. Only like this initiation or any of this Arunagiri Ishwara's work, I touch money. This coin. And I remember, I collapsed completely inside. Fortunately, decided to choose the Guru, Arunagiri Ishwara, and dropped that remaining coins which was in my hand at his feet. Over. Never ever Even the casual greed. Over. Not even because it is coming effortlessly, why not? No. I should not even use the word greed. Even that casualness. If it is there, we can buy something. Even that cannot keep me away from my Guru. It was too small incident, but too big cognitive shift in me. Over. Over. There are some messages which you cannot directly tell. If you directly tell, it will look like, oh, am I wrong? Is it wrong? You will get into defense. Then you cannot be taught. The cognitive shift will not happen. I can only underline. Even a casual desire for little money should not keep you away from Guru. I can only underline. I cannot directly give you. If I give this statement directly to you, you may get into defense. Then transformation becomes painful, difficult. Sometimes things need to be very subtly told. You need to catch it. You need to catch it. Only if you catch the subtle messages given by Guru, your cognition will be consolidated. Your cognition will be consolidated. I'm just waiting, seeing whether for whom I'm giving this subtle message, are they catching it or playfully missing it? There are some who cannot be recovered. They are doomed. When I say the name, you are doomed. You can't be recovered. You are going to be drowning. So as an evidence, I am leaving this name. You are not going to save yourself. Only when you are not going to save yourself, I tell your name. If you are going to save yourself, I don't tell your name. I only send the message. And see whether you are going to catch it, or going to be playing, missing it. If I tell your name, be very clear. Don't take this as good sign. If I tell your name, don't think, oh, Swamiji told my name directly and advice. Praising is different. Sometimes I tell your name and praise, that is different. During the advice, if I tell your name, be very clear. I am leaving the evidence for the future to tell. Even after Swamiji told, he did not listen. If I don't tell your name, only leave the message, I have a hope you will catch the subtle message and consolidate. Catch the blind spot even you are missing, which is inside you, and change your cognition. If I am telling your name, it means very clear. You are too arrogant. You are not going to change. I am telling your name so that the future, you will be the wrong example for the future to learn lesson from you. Cognitions matter. Cognitions matter. Cognitions matter. Do you know the funny thing next? What happened when I collapsed at his feet? Dropping the coins. I know at his feet, my whole cognition changed. I was completely new. He lifted me up and held my face casually and turned. I saw the sun is back. Sun was back. No sunset. He smiled and said, getting sun back is much easy for me than teaching you with the subtle message. This was more difficult. The moment you become defensive with Guru, it is spiritual suicide. You are done. Nothing can be done after that. Sometimes if Guru tells directly, you get into defensive with Guru. Over. Bye. See you later when you are ready. Understand? He said, making the sun set or getting it back is in my will. But you deciding to cognize my side or other side is your will. So I need to play here more subtly than there. There was never greed before this incident, after this incident. But there was a casual. If it is there, okay, we can do something. That silent blind spot. Even you don't want to believe that blind spot exists in you. If it is loud, even you feel, no. Catch the silent blind spots and change your cognitions using the subtle messages from Master. That is the first lesson to evolve the cognition depth for Mahasadashivoham. I know for few whom I am sending this subtle message are catching it. Hope they will have a cognitive shift and catch the Master, catch the Guru. Because some messages cannot be told directly. They need to be only given subtly. If something is told directly, you will get into defense, which makes more complication. Totally you carry only 21 cognitions in the depth. All the 21 cognitions does not have a blind spot is the enlightened cognition. I call it pure mirror. Any crack in any of the cognition is a one crack in the mirror. Whenever the light reflects on that crack, you go crank. I tell you how the cognitions function. See, if you don't even have ephemeral freedom, how are you going to have eternal freedom? I say ephemeral freedom does not matter for eternal freedom. All matters is eternal freedom. Ephemeral freedom is non-existent illusion. This depth, cognition, this depth cognitions comes as waking up. You just wake up, oh God, yes. How did I miss? How am I missing? How I am taking life for granted. Actually, I felt I took Arunagiri Ishvara for granted for that moment. He is sitting, and for the sake of these few coins, I am wasting few minutes not being in his presence. That was a slap on my soul. I felt my soul was hit. How can this be? Only when he picked me up with both the hands, and he will handle me very lovingly, with the very physical, and holding my neck. Turning my neck literally. He did not even say verbally turn and see that side. No. He just turned my neck to show, and I saw sun is not yet set. Sun is back. I don't want to say not yet set, he was back actually. Because I am very sure sun was set when I entered the temple again with all the things needed. He was back. One more thing I want to tell you. The method of verifying really this incident happened. In the modern day, many of the organizations like NASA records all the happenings. If we go back and verify, on this particular day, this gadbad surely would have been recorded. By pulling out the data, we can precisely fix the date and time when this incident happened. Because now, they are even tracing back that Vaishakha Purnima, the third eye of Sadashiva manifesting, third eye of Mahasadashiva manifesting Mahasubramanya. On exactly, precisely on that Vishaka, there was a huge Big Bang on the cosmos. Now they are recording, since they are collecting the information, correlating. We will be able to get some data and correlate with what I am saying. Much more than what happened outside, what happened inside matters. I realized even a casual missing is too costly. Reasons do not matter. Missing matters. Reasons can be as logical as possible, as right as possible, as moralistic as possible, as perfect as possible, as responsible as possible. But missing is missing is missing. Reasons do not matter. That is the cognition. God. Only when He picked me up physically and turned my head physically and showed that sun is not yet set, I relaxed. Oh God. Not that because sun did not set, but because He is back with me physically, handling me, and I have not lost Him. That mood that He did not stretch the leg is now complete. That mood is completed. Now I am back. He is back. I have my Arunagiri Yogeshwara back and He has me back. Understand that relationship matters. Anything else will follow. That relationship matters. How Guru holds you. Not giving surprise to Guru. How you hold Him. How He holds you. If you don't give surprise to Him, He will not give surprise to you. If you hold Him the way He holds you, that is what I call Guru Bhakti. Relationship with Guru. You holding Him the way He holds you. So listen to this lesson about depth, your cognitions. Your cognitions matter. The good news I have for you is, you can consciously sit and work and develop the right cognition. It hardly takes 2-3 months of repetitive remembrance and Will persistence, nothing else. I tell you, man is not bound by the circumstances. He is only bound by his will persistence, nothing else. Your decision to persist or not only keeps you in bondage or freedom, never the circumstances. Your decision to persist. The problem is when you become defensive with Guru, that is when I say nothing can be done to you. When I mention your name, nothing can be done to you because you become defensive with Guru. You are fighting with me, fool. With whom are you fighting? Fighting with me is you cutting your own hand. You take a sword in your right hand, cut your left leg, cut your right leg, cut your left hand, and then hold the sword in your teeth and hit your right hand and cut the right hand also. Who is going to be affected by it? And then finally you tell your friend or somebody, please you hold this sword and cut my neck. Or you hold the sword, you may not cut, I myself will run and cut and come and hit this sword and cut my neck. With whom are you fighting? Fighting with me is fighting with you. Suicide, spiritual suicide. When you become defensive with Guru, that is what I call spiritual suicide. Fool, understand, I am playing for you. I am your side person. I am not opposite side person. People are biggest problem. How can he not trust me? Fool, you are not an individual. You are bunch of blind spots. How do you want me to trust the blind spots which even you don't know how it expresses and how it exists? I am supposed to clean it by pointing that to you. Work with your depth. Decide to cognize everything life positive, Guru positive, powerful cognitions, powerful manifestations. Iron out everything to be powerful. Be more and more empowered by Guru. Be more and more empowered by life. Understand one thing. It is purely by integrity life is achieved. It is purely by integrity life is achieved. Nor by cunningness or by clever strategies. It is purely by integrity life is achieved. With this, I bless you all. Today's essence of today's satsang, cognitions matter. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam Sada Shivoham, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
त्रिलोचनाय भस्माङ्गरागाय माहेश्वराय नागेन्द्रहाराय त्रिलोचनाय भस्माङ्गरागाय माहेश्वराय नित्याय शुद्धाय दिगम्बराय तस्मै नकाराय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय मंदाकिनी सलिल चंदन चर्चिताय नंदीश्वर प्रमथनाथ महेश्वराय मंदाकिनी सलिल चंदन चर्चिताय नंदीश्वर प्रमथनाथ महेश्वराय मंदार पुष्प बहु पुष्प सुपूजिताय तस्मै मकाराय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय शिवाय गौरी वदनारविन्द सूर्याय दक्षाध्वर नाशकाय श्रीनीलकण्ठाय वृषध्वजाय तस्मै शिकाराय नमः शिवाय तस्मै शिकाराय नमः शिवाय तस्मै शिकाराय नमः शिवाय तस्मै शिकाराय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय वसिष्ठकुम्भोद्भवगौतमार्य मुनीन्द्रदेवार्चितशेखराय वसिष्ठकुम्भोद्भवगौतमार्य मुनीन्द्रदेवार्चितशेखराय चन्द्रकवैश्वरलोचनाय तस्मै वकाराय नमः शिवाय तस्मै वकाराय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय यक्षस्वरूपाय जडधराय यक्षस्वरूपाय जडधराय पीनाकहस्ताय सनतनय पीनाकहस्ताय सनतनय दिव्याय देवाय दिगम्बराय दिव्याय देवाय दिगम्बराय तस्मै यकाराय नमः शिवाय तस्मै यकाराय नमः शिवाय 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 पञ्चाक्षरमिदं पुण्यं यः पठे शिवसन्निधौ शिवलोकमवाप्नोति शिवेन सह मोदते शिवेन सह मोदते
பித்தனே சித்தனே உலகோரின் பித்தெல்லாம் தெளிவித்து ஞான வித்தை தந்தவனே நித்யானந்த பெருவாழ்வின் பொருளானவனே நித்யானந்த பெருவாழ்வின் பொருளானவனே தியானக்கரம் நீட்டி எம்மை ஆண்டு கொண்டவனே அருள் தருவாய் நித்யானந்தனே. தகமலை வந்த மகாதேவிகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா. தங்கமலை வந்த மகாதேவிகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா. கட்டி தரும் நித்யானந்தன் தியானம் தன்னை செய்தாலது பக்தியோடும் ஸ்ரத்தையோடும் நித்யா உன்னை பூஜிப்பது. பல நாள் தவமோ பலனாய் நித்யானந்தன் ரூபம் இன்று இறையே குருவின் உருவில் வையம் காக்கும் எண்ணம் கொண்டு தங்கமலை வந்த மகாதேவிகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா. தங்கமலை வந்த மகாதேவிகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா. சொர்க்கம் என்றாலே அன்பு வழிதானே என்றே நீ உற்சாகமாக உணர்த்திட இன்பம் கண்டோமே. சொர்க்கம் என்றாலே அன்பு வழிதானே என்றே நீ உற்சாகமாக உணர்த்திட இன்பம் கண்டோமே. உள்ளமது சொர்க்கம் அதை அண்ட தன்னில் தான் தேடுது. உள்ளுரையும் ஆனந்தத்தின் எல்லை வீரம் உண்டாகுது. நாடும் மடியாரை நித்திய தியானம் தன்னை தந்து இங்கு தேடும் சுக வாழ்வை தர நித்யானந்தன் ரூபம் கொண்டு தகமலை வந்த மகாதேவிகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா. நித்யானந்தம் கூடும் ஜகமே மகிழ என்னாலும் ஆனந்த மழை அருளாய் பொழிவான் தெய்வீகம் தன்னை தந்திட தகமலை வந்த மகா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா தங்கமலை வந்த மகா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா சொர்க்கம் என்றாலே அன்பு வழிதானே என்றே நீ உற்சாகமாக உணர்த்திட இன்பம் கண்டோமே சொர்க்கம் என்றாலே அன்பு வழிதானே என்றே நீ உற்சாகமாக உணர்த்திட இன்பம் கண்டோமே உள்ளமது சொர்க்கம் அதை அண்ட தன்னில் தான் தேடுது உள்ளுரையும் ஆனந்தத்தின் எல்லை வீர உண்டாகுது ஆடும் மடியாரை நித்திய தியானம் தன்னை தந்து இங்கு தேடும் சுக வாழ்வில் தர நித்யானந்தன் ரூபம் கொண்டு தகமலை வந்த மகா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா தகமலை வந்த மகா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா உள்ளுக்குள் உண்டாகும் நித்ய ஆனந்தம் கண்டாலே உள்ளம் தெய்வீகம் கொண்டாடும் என்றாய் நித்யானந்தா நீ கள்ளங்கள் இல்லாமல் கொள்ளும் தெய்வீகம் என்னாலும் எம்மை ஞானத்தின் மெய்வாழ்வில் சேர்க்கும் யுக்தி தந்தாய் நீ உள்ளுக்குள் உண்டாகும் நித்ய ஆனந்தம் கண்டாலே உள்ளம் தெய்வீகம் கொண்டாடும் என்றாய் நித்யானந்தா நீ கள்ளங்கள் இல்லாமல் கொள்ளும் தெய்வீகம் என்னாலும் எம்மை ஞானத்தின் மெய்வாழ்வில் சேர்க்கும் யுக்தி தந்தாய் நீ நித்யாவன் பாதம் அதை கண்டாலே போதும் மெய்ஞானம் வாழ்வில் பொறியாக குடியேறும் அகமும் தெளிந்தே ஆனந்த கூத்தாடிவிட குருவாய் வளர்ந்தான் மெய்ஞானம் எம்புள் வந்திட தகமலை வந்த மகா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா தகமலை வந்த மகா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா தகமலை வந்த மகா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா தங்கமலை வந்த மகா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா கட்டி தரும் நித்யானந்தன் தியானம் தன்னை செய்தாலது பக்தியோடும் ஸ்ரத்தையோடும் நித்யா உன்னை பூஜிப்பது பல நாள் தவமோ பல நாள் நித்யானந்தன் ரூபம் இன்று இறையே குருவின் உருவில் வையம் காக்கும் எண்ணம் கொண்டு தகமலை வந்த மகா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா நித்யானந்த சத்குருவின் காலடியை பற்ற மற்ற எண்ணமெல்லாம் ஓடிவிடுமே மனம் கொண்ட எண்ணமோட குரு நித்திய பஞ்சக்தி அது வாழ்வில் பெறுமே மறருமே அப்பன் தந்த தியானமெல்லாம் இதை செய்ய சித்தம் சித்தம் கொண்டிடும் நித்யா அந்த சக்தி சுத்தி கொண்ட சித்தம் தன்னில் ஏடும் பின்னே ஆத்ம ஞானம் கூடுமே வாழ்வே நித்யானந்தமாகுமே ஆத்ம ஞானம் கூடுமே வாழ்வே நித்யானந்தமாகுமே நித்யானந்த சத்குருவின் காலடியை பற்ற மற்ற எண்ணமெல்லாம் ஓடிவிடுமே மனம் கொண்ட எண்ணமோட குரு நித்திய பஞ்சக்தி அது வாழ்வில் பெறுமே மறருமே ஆளும் மகிழும் உன் அச்சத்தையே விதக்கிட்டு அசைய வெது வெதுவா பேராசையா மாத்துது ஆளும் மகிழும் உன் அச்சத்தையே விதக்கிட்டு